Well, I'm thankful. I just had a chance to speak with Governor Hogan, who shared his congratulations, and I want to thank him for his truly kind and compassionate call. So thank you, Governor Hogan, for your call. And I first want to start by all of you who are making tonight happen. The wait staff, the hotel staff, the security, our remarkable DJ Tons for keeping us going. And I also want to take a moment to thank all of you who made tonight happen. All right? The volunteers. The super volunteers, the ones who went and knocked on doors, you text banked, you put signs in your yards, you put signs in your neighbors' yards, even if they didn't ask for it. But you all worked. You worked and you took this election personally. Personally. And I am so grateful because you believed. You believed at a time when sometimes believing isn't easy. When our days are dominated by cynicism and mistrust. At a time when those of you, and frankly those of us, who hope to be part of the solution, are often told to wait our turn. Right? But you believed. You believe that in this moment, our state could be bolder. You believe that in this moment, our state could go faster. You believe that in this moment, our state would not wait its turn. And you believed in the son of an immigrant, a graduate of a two-year college, a U.S. Army combat veteran, and a nonprofit leader who had never run for office before. And it's because you believed that I stand here humbled and ready to become the 63rd governor of the state of Maryland. It was your support, it was your sense of purpose that carried us across this state, all 24 jurisdictions from the western mountains to the eastern shore, from my birthplace of Montgomery County to my adoptive home of Baltimore City. Hey, Baltimore. And everywhere in between. I love you back. I love you back. And you know, and the thing is, when I look across this room tonight, what we see right here is we see Maryland, right?
For those of you who are just joining us now live, we are bringing you Wes Moore declaring victory as Maryland's next governor. He's speaking from the Baltimore Marriott waterfront. Let's listen in.
We see small business owners. We see nurses. We see union members. All of you who lent your voices and also gave your votes to this campaign. And who said the same thing. Who all said with a collective voice that our time is now. And what we're seeing today is that in Maryland, we can come together. You know, I was telling somebody, you know a question I never once asked my soldiers? What's your political party? It never got brought up. That's right. We had one mission. And Maryland, you showed tonight that if we stand divided, we cannot win. But if we stand united, we cannot lose. I am so lucky to have such an amazing partner in this campaign in Aruna Miller, the Lieutenant Governor-elect of the state of Maryland. Aruna, it has been an absolute honor, to go on this journey with you, my friend. An honor. And I tell you what, as she said, we are just getting started. We are just getting started. I am grateful above all to my family and for my family. What's up, y'all? We loud and we love that. That's how we do. But most of all, I'm so grateful to my amazing wife, Dawn. And I gotta tell y'all, it feels so good to say this, the next First Lady of the state of Maryland. Dawn, you are my fuel, you are my motivation, you are my greatest protector. My greatest protector. And I gotta tell y'all, I love the way that the state is just totally falling in love with Dawn. I mean, she everywhere we go, everywhere we went, people were asking Dawn to attend their events and attend their rallies, and she eventually got so busy that she started telling people, like, listen, I can't make it, but can I send my husband? And to me and James. My first babies. I love you with everything in me. You are my heart and my soul. And I'm so proud of you, and I'm completely in love with you. You are brilliant. You are kind. You are unaffected. And I want you to know something. I want you to know the same thing that I want every single child in this state to know. You are never in a room that you don't belong in. Oh no, oh I won't. To my mom and the new first mama of the state of Maryland, Joy Moore. I said, my mother went through trials that were unimaginable and unfair. But she taught her children to be unafraid. And when my mother told me, you can do anything, I believed her. I believed her. And if I can be half the parent and half the person that you are, Ma, I am doing all right. I love you and God bless you. And I am beyond grateful for the best campaign team that the state of Maryland has ever seen. This campaign team is simply the best. Let's be clear. Let's be clear. 16 months ago, we started from scratch. 16 months ago, what did kids say? We started from the bottom. And now we're here. We started from the bottom. This team is amazing. And to our remarkable team and its leadership, to our campaign manager, Ned Miller, to our chief of staff, Tisha Edwards, to our entire team, you led the charge, you led the way, and from the bottom of my heart, I thank you, I'm indebted to you, and I'm excited to keep working. Listen, I love this state, y'all. I love this state. This state has been so good to us. But, God bless you. But we know that not everybody in this state has been so lucky. When I was an Army captain, I led soldiers in combat in Afghanistan. We lived by a simple principle: leave no one behind. But for too long, Maryland, we are leaving too many of our family and our neighbors behind. And so during this campaign, many of you have told me about so many of the challenges that you're facing. And I want to let you know that I hear you. That I heard from Donna in Prince George's County, an educator who told me that she was more worried than ever before about the safety of her students and also for her own safety. On the Eastern Shore, I spoke with Michelle, who's been unemployed for over a year because the jobs that she's applying for need constant broadband, which her entire community does not have. In Baltimore, I met Sean, a security guard who was working the midnight shift and blowing his salary on Ubers because there was a lack of reliable public transportation. And in Western Maryland, amen. Oh, it's on its way, y'all. And in Western Maryland, I met Shannon. Shannon's a server who is struggling, even while working multiple jobs. And after our conversation, he told me that I had his vote, but he told me that he did have one ask. Don't forget about us. Shannon, if you're watching, I'm making the same promise to you today that I made back then. I will never forget about you. I will be thinking about you and all the people that we have met during this campaign every single day that I have the honor of serving as your governor. Because it is your dreams, it is your hopes, it is your lives, it is your futures that have fueled this entire campaign. So here is what the Moore-Miller administration is going to do. In our administration, we will work with police and communities to ensure public safety. And we will make sure that we are keeping these illegal guns and these violent offenders off of our streets. In our Maryland, you will feel safe in your own neighborhoods and you will feel safe in your own skin. That we will protect abortion rights and access. And we will empower women to make decisions about their own reproductive health. The decision to get an abortion is difficult. And that decision should be made between a woman and her doctor. That we will build a world-class education system, starting with free pre-K for every single child in need in the state of Maryland. And we will invest in apprenticeship programs and trade programs so that every Marylander, every young person knows that there is a pathway to their long-term economic viability and long-term economic success. We will be the first state in this country to offer a service year option to every single high school graduate. Because if we build a true spirit of service in our state, it is service that will help to save us. Our Maryland will be more competitive and more equitable, and we are not going to choose between those two things. We can and we will do both. And we will make this state a true hub of innovation and economic growth. A place where small businesses can thrive. A place where small businesses can thrive, but also labor unions are strong. And we're not going to choose. A place where people want to come to and build and grow and retire and age in place and age in dignity. Last week, my grandmother passed away. My grandmother passed away at age 95. Her name was Winnell Thomas, but we all affectionately called her Mama Win. And I couldn't think of a more appropriate name tonight than Mama Win. And I know that despite us losing her last week, that tonight, she's got the best seat in the house. Ella nació en Cuba. She was born in Cuba. She immigrated to this country from Jamaica. And she taught public schools for nearly 40 years. She came here to build a life, but she ended up building a legacy. She also helped take care of me and my family after my father died, because he didn't get the health care that he needed. My father could have been saved, but he was left behind. So you see, this is personal to me. I have seen how a society with broken policies can leave its people broken too. Leave no one behind is not just a slogan. It is a value statement. And it is a value that will guide me as your next governor. Our administration will fight every single day for every single Marylander and make sure they have a chance to succeed, and this is our time to do it and to make it happen. But before I do close, I do want to take a moment just to speak about history. You know, this state is blessed because we've had a lot of firsts tonight. Aruna Miller, the first immigrant and the first woman of color in the state's history to serve as lieutenant governor. Brooke Learman, our first female comptroller. Anthony Brown, our first black Attorney General. And soon come. Soon come. And it is and it's not lost on me that I've made a little history tonight myself as well. But I also know that I wasn't the first one to try. This is just more proof that progress is not inevitable, but progress is possible in the state of Maryland. And I am truly humbled to be part of this legacy. But Arun and me, that's not why we got into this race. The history that matters most to us is the history that we and the people of this state are going to make together over the next 4 years. Now, we know these results are still rolling in, right? But it is clear, y'all gave us a mandate. And that mandate is for a vision for a healthier and a wealthier Maryland. And something else is very clear, too. True patriotism is alive and well in Maryland, and it is alive and well in the United States of America, too. I grew up in a family of people who loved this country even when the country didn't always love him back. And my entire life has taught me that patriotism does not mean waving a flag around. It doesn't mean telling our neighbors that we're better than them. Patriotism isn't a boast. It isn't self-righteous. You cannot love your country if you hate half of the people in it. Real patriotism means bringing people together. It means lifting people up. It means improving each other's lives. Patriotism means knowing that this country is great, but if we work together, we are going to make it even greater because more people will benefit from that. So, tonight, because of y'all, a message has been sent. So tonight, we celebrate. But tomorrow, we get to work. Thank you, Maryland. God bless y'all. It is our time. We will get this done. God bless you all, and thank you so much. Thank you.